You're listening to Country Music Junkies, hosted by Patrice Whiffen. This week on Country Music Junkies, I am pleased to be chatting with Ajax, Ontario native Emily Clair. Emily, how's it going?
I'm good, Patrice. How are you?
I am very good, thanks. Pumped to be chatting with you. You, I feel like, have been an artist who has been very, very active throughout the last year. I know some artists have gone into a little bit of a quiet hole, but I feel like every day I'm seeing you post something new on Instagram or your Twitter or Facebook or whatever. I feel like you've been so busy.
Yeah, I try to keep myself busy. I've had, luckily, like, when things were opening up kind of in phases here and there, before COVID, I was already in the studio and I had the chance to kind of go into the studio and finish up some songs. So
Amazing.
that gave me the opportunity to be able to release new music. And then, of course, like, I think, like, every artist, we've been writing like crazy. So I'm trying to stay active and keep busy during all of this.
I love that. No, you're definitely a go-getter for sure, and we'll chat about some of those things in a minute. I do want to start, of course, by chatting about Drive Me Home, your new single, current single that was just dropped early in May. So I know it's been out for a while, and I feel like fans are loving it. What's the story behind that song, and why did you decide to release it when you did?
Yeah, so actually I started writing that song on my own and then I thought I should bring in some co-writers. So I got my producer Sean Moore and his friend singer-songwriter Doug Folkens and we finished that song together. And that song's just it's a female perspective on taking your man home and it's all about like a female's perspective on her like wants and desires because I feel like in country music you don't hear a lot of female artists sing about that topic that much. So
Of
I thought
course.
it'd be a good one to explore and a fresh idea. And it turned into this really great song and I knew right away that I had to release it and here it is out into the world.
Love that. Well, I love the tune. I think it's great, very relatable. And fans, if you haven't heard it, definitely check out Drive Me Home by Emily Clair, available for streaming online where you listen to your music. I want to talk a little bit about some of the other stuff you've been working on. You've had 3 consecutive top 40 singles at CBC Country Radio in Canada, which is so incredible. What has that been like whenever you get the call or I don't know if it comes in a call or an email when they show you kind of where your song is moving up the charts? How has that reaction been for you?
Yeah, it's always a great feeling, because radio's a difficult thing, right? But when you see that you're getting consecutive traction from especially Sirius XM, it's a great feeling and to know that you are landing in the top 40, it just means people are listening and they like your music and it's always just a lovely feeling to have. It's it's great.
Totally. No, I love that. And I'm sure that Drive Me Home will be climbing those charts as well. I want to talk a little bit about the Songbird series. So, for those of you that aren't familiar with the Songbird series, this is a songwriters round for women that Emily co-founded. So, what kind of made that come to fruition? What was the driving force behind it, and how's it been going so far?
Yeah, so I spent like a full year playing the bar scene and it was fun. It had its ups and downs, but for me as an artist, I really like to play like writers rounds and like intimate settings where people really dive into the music and sit there and they're there to really listen and connect with the artist and the music that the artist is conveying. And I feel like in a bar scene, like you can't really do that.
For sure. A
So
little different
I figured
vibe.
yeah, it's a totally different vibe. And I mean, my original music is definitely slower. Most people would know that. So I thought to myself, you know what? There's so much talent in Canada for country artists. It's insane. And I love writers rounds and I'm really like supportive of all the females in country music. So I figured I would have my own writers rounds called the Songbird series. And then I brought in my friend, Amber Lee, and she's also an artist as well. And she helps me with all of that stuff as well. And it's supposed to be a live writers round that happens every few months, but right now it's just online until the world opens back up again.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's to support Canadian female country artists.
Love that. So cool. And be sure to head to Emily's website, social media. You can go to emilyclair.com, or I know you're very active on all your social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, to learn more about that and when other performances are coming up. What is next for you as far as releasing new music? Are you working on a bigger project? What can we kind of expect in the next little while?
Yeah, so in the fall, you can definitely expect an EP, and then there'll be a little something something to go along with that as well. I'll keep that a surprise. Um, and then, yeah, and then right now, actually, over the weekend, I was just in the studio for the first time in so long, and I'm back in making new music because, like I said, we've all been writing like crazy. So lots of new music coming your way.
Love that. Well, we'll be sure to be on the lookout for that. Again, fans, be sure to head to emilyclair.com. We'll include a link to that in the posting of this interview. Emily, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Patrice, for your time.